Welcome to The Howl. I'm Carly Staffa, and on this episode, I sat down with girls varsity soccer players Natalie Suto and Abby Molster, along with Assistant Varsity Coach Reiff to discuss. In this episode, we talked about their goals for the upcoming season. Thanks for joining, and we hope you enjoy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Howl. My name is Carly Staffa, and our producer today is Emily Durkin. We are very excited to have girls varsity soccer players Natalie Suto and Abby Molster, along with Assistant Varsity Coach Reiff here in the Dispatch Podcast Studio, powered by Jet's Pizza. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, Natalie's a senior and Abby is a junior. Looking back to your freshman year, why did you decide to join Hersey Soccer?
For club, you don't really bond with your team as much, so I feel like combining all the years in Hersey Soccer really gives you that opportunity.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I also have played soccer all my life, so I always knew I was going to play in high school, so that's kind of why I joined.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then Coach Reiff, how long have you been coaching here at Hersey?
So I started coaching my first year teaching here, so it's been 8 years, and I was volunteer, and then I've been the assistant varsity coach the past 5 years.
Okay. And why did you decide to start coaching here?
Well, I love the game of soccer, so it's always fun to be around the game and like in a competitive environment, especially because I'm old now and don't really get to play anymore. And also I just like, it's really fun to be a coach versus a teacher. It's just kind of a different relationship you have with your players, and it's so fun to get to know them in an environment outside the classroom.
Okay. You guys won regionals last year. Congrats. Why do you guys think you had the success? Were you more focused, more strong in a certain area?
So last year we won regionals, and I think one of the reasons was because of Megan Maricki on the top, for sure. She helped Gracie a lot. So, and with our formation as well, we had the two on the top, so they could either like connect together, which also really helped with goals and 2v2s. So I think that's why we were very successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Meg was obviously a really good player on her team and helped us out a lot. I also feel like we were all really close last year. Like, we were all close friends. So I feel like that kind of translated to the field. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
Okay.
We had, I think, a lot of momentum towards the end of the season. We played for the Cup, for the conference championship, which we hadn't done in a while, and we were playing really well, and I just think our team built a lot of confidence going into the playoffs, and the girls were just very focused and locked in, and like definitely, I think, had just a will to win and a desire to kind of make it farther than Hersey Soccer has gone in a while. I think it had been a number of years since Hersey had won a regional championship, and the girls knew that, and I think knew they were capable of it and had something to prove. And it also helps when you're playing a rival prospect in the regional final. I think that, you know, if you weren't pumped, but anyways, that always helps.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then jumping to this year, as a coach, what qualities do you look for at tryouts? Like a good leader, they have certain ball skills?
I think when looking for girls for the varsity squad, a big thing is speed of play. Like, varsity is just like a lot faster than I think even club at a high level. So just like speed of play and physicality. And then I think in terms of personality, like, we're looking for competitors, like girls who want to compete, girls who aren't going to be afraid of a challenge. So those, I think, are some skills, and just like hard work and resiliency, because it's just like, it's a physical game, it's a fast game, we have a crazy schedule, so girls who are going to be kind of willing to put themselves out there in that kind of environment.
Okay. And then how do you guys feel about the upcoming season? What are your thoughts about the new team starting games this week? Anyone can answer.
Sorry, repeat the question.
How do you feel about this upcoming season? What are your thoughts on this team? Like, how you guys work together as a team? Stuff like that.
I think our team is going to be very successful, considering like the goals that we have set for this upcoming season. I definitely think that we can win the East for sure, and especially with our new freshmen, I think they can help us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of goals. I think they're like pretty high goals, but I think we can do them. And yeah, I think if we just focus and practice and in our games, then we can get there.
Mm-hmm. All right, Coach.
I agree. We had the girls set game goals and season goals at the beginning of the season, and Coach Wozniak and I were really impressed with just like the high standards that they set for themselves, and I think it just shows kind of the focus and also the confidence that these girls have coming into the season, which is huge. I think the bar is higher than last year, but that's just because of the standard they set for themselves and what they know they're capable of. And I would say from a coaching perspective in practice, like the girls have been really focused, really locked in, and we've just been impressed with, yeah, I think they mean business this year, so that's always exciting to see as a coach. And something like, as a coach, you can't really like coach girls to do that. They have to like want that as a team. So that's been really exciting to see.
Mm-hmm. And then how has practice been going this year? And what are you focusing on this season that's maybe different from last year, better than last year? What are your goals? Personal goals, team goals? Anyone?
For practice, we've been focusing more on defense, but I feel like we've always had, because we've always had like a really strong defense in the recent years. But I think we'll be, sorry, what was the second part?
What are you focusing that's different from last year?
Okay. And then, wait, read me the whole question.
So how's practice been going, and then what are you focusing on this season to be better than last year?
Okay. I'm going to start over. So for our team, I think we've been focusing more on defense, but we've always had during the recent year, because Hersey is known for strong defense. So I feel like if we just keep continuing that and also working on offense as well will help for our future games.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Your guys' defensive line is like, the communication is crazy. Like, you guys are really good. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with what Nat said, and I also think like our goals were to make it farther than last year. Like we made it to regionals last year. I think we wanted to make it farther than that and definitely also win the East. And I think that's definitely possible for us.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then what are you most confident about for this team? I know you said the back line is strong, but what are you most confident about, like working together, back line, scoring a lot of goals, and why?
I'm most confident about just connecting with the team, just simple passes, and I feel like that could go a long way. And then hopefully goals will come. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think especially with Gracie up top, we should be able to get a lot of goals, and I think our outside mids can also help her out a lot with that. Because, I mean, now she doesn't have Meg up there with her, so some people are going to need to step up and, like, help her out. And I think our outside mids can definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think to kind of echo what Abby said, like, Gracie's definitely going to be a huge part of our offense, but we have a lot of really strong offensive players this year as well. I think we're playing, like, a somewhat more offensive formation with more attacking center mids, and I think we have a lot of wingers, not just our starters, but like girls who can come in off the bench and really create a lot from the outside. I think we have some great set piece plays and finishers in the box, so I'm excited. I think we're going to be able to generate a lot of offense, and there are a lot of players who can contribute in that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then are there any teams that were challenging to play last year that you hope to beat this year? Have a comeback, you know?
Definitely Barrington, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We lost them in the cup. Was it 1-0? In double
Or
overtime?
2-1 and
2-1?
double
Yeah.
overtime.
But, yeah, so I think we should come back for revenge, for sure.
Yeah, that was actually one of our goals that we wrote on the board, was to beat Barrington. So I feel like that's going to be, like, a big team to beat, and I think we could beat them. We were really close to beating them last year. I thought we were actually going to, but it's okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, what are you guys going to change about last year that is going to help you win that game?
I will say, as a coach, like 5 years ago, I don't think the girls would have beat Barrington as a goal because I don't think it felt achievable. So to me, I know I've talked about this, but just like mentality is huge. Like, I think we proved to ourselves last year that like we can play with any team and we can compete in any game. And I even feel that like we play Stevenson and Libertyville this week. Stevenson we beat last year, but it was a really close game. Libertyville knocked us out of the playoffs, and I just think, like I said, these girls have the confidence and like know what it takes to run with those teams and compete with them. So I think that mentality is huge, and that's just like translated to focus and effort and practice and things like that.
All right. And then why is it important for people to come watch girls soccer?
For people to come out to watch girls soccer, I feel like it gives more people motivated. So I feel like with that energy, I feel like that could potentially make us feel better and play better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly love watching soccer. I feel like it's really, like, physical and just fun to watch. So, I mean, that's why I would come watch girls soccer. Yep. But, yeah, I also agree with what Nat said. Like, on the field, it would give us a lot more, like, feel like we have more support and motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I will say sometimes it feels like, and this is maybe my challenge to Hersey students, like we go to these other schools and they got like rowdy fan sections. Obviously you should be sportsmanlike, but you know, cheering and yelling, and I think that really helps like home field advantage too and translates to the players on the field. So it's always, I think, motivational and just creates a really fun game environment when the stands are packed. Like I know last year when we played in the conference championship, like the stands were full. It was super exciting. And yeah, I will say attendance compared to some of the schools in the Mid-Suburban League is a little low. So Hersey fans, get out there and start cheering.
Yeah. All right. And then any shout outs, anything you want to say? I'll start with one. Coach Reiff is pregnant.
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Viewers, if you see her in the hallway, tell her congrats. What was your guys' reaction when she told you that?
I was shocked, for sure.
I didn't know if you guys had a guess or not.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely surprising for sure, though.
Yeah, I was also shocked, and I feel like that's just so exciting and so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we were all shocked, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone else you want to shout out? Any seniors, other coaches?
You should shout out Ruz.
Yeah.
Shout out Ruz.
Yes. All right.
Oh, and Coach G.
Oh, yeah, Coach Gearman, of course.
Oh, yes.
And Coach Carey to come out to
Oh,
some games
yes.
as well.
All right. Well, that's it for today's show. Thanks to Natalie Suto, Abby Molster, and Coach Reiff, and thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Also, another thanks to our sponsor, Jets Pizza, right over there on Rand Road. That will do it for this episode. I'm Carly Staffa, and on behalf of Emily Durkin, thanks again, and see you on the next episode.